Okay, so let's talk about the word free, specifically when it comes to video games. Because we are living in this totally wild economic moment where the most profitable games on the entire planet cost absolutely nothing to download. But as we're about to find out, free might just be the most expensive price you'll ever pay. So, it all kicks off with this story from our main article. The year is 2022. The game is Diablo Immortal, and it is, you guessed it, totally free to install. So one gamer decides to do the math. They try to figure out what it would actually cost to fully max out a character with all the best gear. And the answer they came up with? Over $100,000. This is the mystery we have to solve. And this right here, this question, this is what changes everything. I mean, it sounds impossible, doesn't it? It just breaks every rule of business we think we know. A free product that costs more than a car? This isn't a glitch in the system, it is the system. And once you understand how this works, I promise you will never look at your phone the same way again. I mean, just look at this. On the left, that's the world most of us grew up in, right? You walk into a store, you pay your $60, you get the entire game, the whole deal. It's clean, it's upfront, it's honest. But this new way on the right, it starts at zero, which feels amazing. But that little question mark, yeah, that's where the trap is hiding. So how did we even get here? Well, these freemium games, they didn't just tweak the price. No, they completely flipped the entire business model on its head. According to the main article, the goal isn't to sell you a product anymore. The goal is to manage your psychology over a very long time. This slide gets into a concept from our source material that is just fascinating. It's called the pain of paying. You know that feeling, right? That little pinch your brain feels every time you buy something? That moment of hesitation before you tap your card? A $60 game makes you feel that pain once, right up front. Freemium games, they have one primary goal: to engineer that feeling completely out of existence. And you might be thinking, oh, this is just some little corner of the gaming market. But it's not. Not at all. I actually pulled this from one of the industry reports in our research folder. You have to see this. Back in 2019, an absolutely staggering 80% of all digital games revenue came from free-to-play games. 80%. This isn't a new model anymore. It is the model. It's a total takeover. Okay, so if this model is raking in so much cash, who were the biggest winners? You'd probably guess it's the game developers. But the first huge reveal from our main article is that the real winners, well, they don't make any games at all. Okay, this is the part that absolutely blew my mind. 30%. Just let that number sit there for a second. That is the cut that Apple and Google take from every single dollar you spend inside a game on their platforms. Every single one. Every power-up, every new outfit, every battle pass, they get 30 cents of that dollar. They are basically digital landlords, you know? They built them all, and now they charge this astronomical rent to every single store inside of it. They don't have to design a character, write a story, or balance a single line of code. They just collect the tolls. But that leads us to the next, and frankly, much darker layer of this mystery. If most people who download a free game never ever spend a single penny, where are these billions of dollars actually coming from? The answer is, well, it's pretty unsettling. So the industry has this kind of weird marine life analogy. You've got the minnows, and that's the 99% of us who just play for free, never spend a dime. But all the money, the entire economic model, is propped up by that teeny tiny 1% slice. And they call them the whales. And just in case whales sounds like some abstract marketing term, trust me, it is absolutely not. Right, I was digging through our research folder and I found this headline from the Wall Street Journal, and it just makes it so real. This isn't some theory. There are actual people spending tens of thousands of dollars, like the price of a college education, on a single game on their phone. And here's the crucial point from the article. If you are playing a game for free, your fun is literally being paid for by the compulsive spending of a very small, very vulnerable group of people. The game companies know exactly who these players are. They use something the article calls whale hunting algorithms to find them, and then tailor special offers just to keep them spending. So this all leads to the final and most important question. Why does this even work? Why do smart people fall into these spending traps? Well, it's because these games aren't just designed to be fun. They are meticulously designed to exploit the very specific, very predictable loopholes in our own human psychology. This is maybe the most powerful line in the whole article. Think about it. These games are tapping into our ancient, evolved survival instincts, our deep-seated desire for progress, for status, for completing a task, and they're turning all of it into monetization engines. Our brains, which evolved over millennia to seek rewards and avoid loss, are being systematically turned against us. Okay, let's look at a real-world example. This right here is a Battle Pass screen from a super popular game. And yeah, it looks harmless, right? Just a bunch of cool rewards. But what are we really looking at? This is not just a menu. It is a perfectly crafted psychological machine. So, how does it work? Well, if you dig into the research labs like we did, you can see exactly how it's built to work on you. See that little ticking clock at the top? That's artificial scarcity, creating a serious fear of missing out, or FOMO. And that long track of rewards you've already unlocked? That triggers the sunk cost fallacy. You feel like you've come this far, you can't possibly stop now. Researchers call all of these things dark patterns. They're design choices specifically meant to trick you. And that little button to buy tiers to finish faster, that's literally monetizing impatience. Every single pixel on this screen is designed to bypass your rational brain. So, yeah, it all sounds pretty bleak. I get it. But here's the good news. Once you understand how the trap is built, you can actually escape it. The main article gives us a really clear, really actionable way to take back control. It all boils down to this one simple, powerful idea: audit your friction. Remember that pain of paying we talked about earlier? The entire freemium model is built to remove every last bit of that friction. So your job is to put it back in. And here is exactly how you do it. Step 1. Right now, go into your phone settings and unlink your credit card from the App Store. Just break that one-tap payment system. Step 2. From now on, every time you want to buy something in a game, force yourself to get up, find your wallet, and manually type in all 16 of those digits. That tiny little bit of effort, that friction, is often all it takes for your rational brain to jump in and ask, wait, do I really need this? You are literally reintroducing the pain of pain. Because at the end of the day, that's the real transaction that's happening here. When you strip away all the flashy graphics and virtual currencies and everything else, the one thing you are truly, truly spending is your time. And that is the one resource you can never, ever buy back.